What's going on, everybody? GemMint here, and you guys know I love me some Joe Jusko. The 1992 Marvel masterpieces were the trading cards that got me into comics as a kid, so you could imagine my elation when I found out that they were going to reuse those paintings for some upcoming variants in October. 22 variants to be exact, and I got to give a couple of shout outs. First of all, shout out to the Deluxe Edition on Instagram. He also has a YouTube channel where he does probably the best collected edition overviews in the game. Unfortunately, he doesn't upload often enough, which is probably good because I'd be out of a job here. And a big shout out to Two Brothers Comics, because I happened to get recommended a video they did a few months ago on every Alex Ross Timeless variant cover, and immediately I correlated the Joe Jusko variant. So I figured I would do a video showcasing all the issues, all the paintings that are being used, and maybe some that I think they should have done differently. Anyway, before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. We're doing a giveaway once we hit the next subscriber milestone of 150K, and we're giving away a Deja Thoris premium format by Sideshow. All you got to do is be subscribed, leave a like, and comment below, and hang out to the end. I'll give you more details on the giveaway. So let's start out with all the books that are coming out on October 6th. The first one we're going to talk about is Amazing Spider-Man 75, and they went with the Hobgoblin painting. Now, most of these I have the trade dress for, but some of them, they weren't available, so I'll show them if I have them. But it's so cool to see this artwork with different trade dresses without the footing that it had on the trading cards. This Hobgoblin was always one of my favorite cards. He was so menacing looking, straight X-Men Inferno style. I like that tongue sticking out and that evil mask. That's going to be an amazing variant. And by the way, these, from what I'm told from my LCS, they're not ratio variants, so they're just kind of alternate covers you could pick up. They shouldn't really be expensive. Moving on over to Captain Marvel issue 33. They went with the Deathbird painting, and this was really interesting because this wasn't part of the base set. This was part of the lost 5 cards that you could only get in the tins. Either way, it's an amazing painting by Jusko. You have the headdress, you got the space kind of planets in the background. Super dope variant and kind of rare. Not many people had this in comparison to how many people had the regular trading cards. Moving on to the releases on October 13th, we have Amazing Spider-Man 76 with that Green Goblin cover. Now, as a kid, I didn't really like this one as much as the others because the background just had that spiderweb Spider-Man mask going on. The Green Goblin looks great. I think it's iconic. That's exactly what I picture when I think Green Goblin. But I just remember as a kid liking the more realistic backgrounds. I mean, that's what really drew me to comics when I saw these cards, is how larger than life they were, how they looked super realistic, but they looked iconic. And this one, the background just didn't do it for me. I do like it with the Amazing Spider-Man trade dress, though. All right, then we have Avengers 49. We have the She-Hulk. Now, this She-Hulk is okay. Joe Jusko has an amazing She-Hulk where she's working out at the beach, which is probably my favorite She-Hulk image. But they ended up going with this for Avengers. I'm not reading the Avengers ongoing, so I'm assuming she's part of the story or what have you. But that's pretty cool. You got a destroyed kind of robot in the background there. Nice colors to it. That's all right. Then for Immortal Hulk 50, the last issue of the series, they went with the Thing vs. Hulk chase card. This was part of the 5 bonus cards, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later. This card wasn't as iconic for me as the other one that I'm going to talk about, and I think that they should have used the Incredible Hulk card. That was one of those black background cards. One of the cards, I believe, was the image for some of the packs as well. This one was pretty cool too. It was cool to have the bonus, which had like a shiny effect to it on the trading card. But, I'm not complaining. Joe Jusko's Thing vs. Hulk on Immortal Hulk 50, I'm with it. Then you have Iron Man 13. Of course, they went with Iron Man. This card, it wasn't one of my favorites. Iron Man wasn't really one of my favorites as a kid. I think for a lot of us, really the movie is what drew us into Iron Man and Thor for me. But this one, I feel like he was hidden behind a lot of the repulsor blasts, so you didn't really see much of Iron Man. It's still a pretty cool card. I like how painters do the shine effect. Alex Ross does a great job of it. Jusko does a great job of it here. Definitely worthy of the collection. And for X-Force 24, it has the Colossus painting. Always love this one. I thought it was a great rendition of Colossus. Again, the shininess when it comes to painting, did an amazing job on the organic metal skin. I just love everything about him. The face looks great. The hair, him holding up all the rock and rubble. This is an iconic card for sure. Love the background as well. And the last one for October 3rd, we have X-Men 4 with the Cyclops cover. I definitely was a fan of this one. He's still kind of hidden as well, and as I'm older, I understand the tips and tricks that Jusko probably used to not have to do the full body, but I like the angle, I like the optic blast, I like the rage in his face, the straight 90s costume, the anatomy looks cool, the musculature. Definitely looks like a good Cyclops. There's another Cyclops trading card out there with like a similar pose and he's blasting up into the sky. I don't think that one was Jusko though, but that one is my favorite Marvel Cyclops trading card. This one's still cool though. Let me give a shout out to the sponsor of this video, Street Level Hero. SLHLA.com has exclusive variants with new drops every Tuesday and Thursday with amazing artwork. You can save 10% off any item in the store anytime you shop there by using the code GemMint at checkout. And that goes for their sister site, THATSPIDERMANBOOTH.com as well. They have $30 mystery boxes where you're guaranteed 5 comics of retail value. One lucky box is going to include the GP, the giveaway prize, which is a key issue that'll be in each round. Use that same code GemMint to save that same 10% every time you shop there. All right, then for the October 20th releases, we have The Death of Doctor Strange issue 2. This is not a title that I was aware was even coming out, but of course, he used the Doctor Strange cover here. Now, this is what I think of when I think Doctor Strange. I mean, he's got the salt and pepper hair, he's got the cloak, he's got the orb he's looking into, very Doctor Strange-ish. Kind of a plain card, but still had to use Doctor Strange for the Doctor Strange title. All right, then for Fantastic Four 37, they went with The Thing, and I think this was a misstep. They should have chose the Human Torch cover because that's another one of those black background iconic cards. Human Torch looks so amazing in that painting, but they went with The Thing, his big mug right on the cover here. Still iconic, still gonna pick it up. But dang, that Human Torch card is amazing. For Sword number 9, they went with the Storm cover. Not reading Sword, I think I only read the first issue, so I'm not sure what role Storm plays there, but this was always one of the best Storm depictions ever. And it's kind of like the white costume, but it's kind of like the black costume. Maybe it's like that dress. Is it white and yellow or is it blue and black? Anyway, it's kind of like a mixture of both here. She looks iconic. She looks powerful. She looks like a goddess. And for Thor 18, we have the Thor painting. Now, as a kid, not having read Thor, I always thought this was kind of goofy with the rainbow bridge and him just kind of floating in space, but I do like Jusko's Thor. He's done him a few different times. You got the big red flowing cape, got Mjolnir there, the helmet. It's a pretty iconic card. And then on to Wolverine 17. So this Wolverine vs. Sabretooth trading card is the card that blew my mind. At the time, I was picking up packs with my friends. We were trading off our doubles, and every card was just, one character. And then this card popped up. It wasn't numbered. It was a bonus card or a chase card. It had a shininess to it, and it had 2 characters fighting each other. 2 of my favorite characters at the time, Wolverine and Sabretooth. This card, I think, was the one that solidified it to me, yo, this world is amazing. And that's really just what made me fall in love with comic books. Not to mention, these cards on the back had the first cover appearance or the first appearance, and that's what drove me to go hunt down comic books at my local comic shop. So, amazing cover for Wolverine issue 17. The Wolverine solo card and the Sabretooth solo cards are amazing as well, but I can see why they went with this one. You couldn't really go wrong picking either one. And the last one for October 20th, you have the Magneto Trial of Magneto 1 variant. This one was always cool. I mean, it's a little goofy how he's throwing all these regular household tools at you. You got the hammer, you got wrenches and things like that, screwdrivers, but hey, it's showcasing that he can use anything to make a weapon. Whatever's metal, he's going to throw it at you. I always found the background to be a little weird, why is it green? It's a good contrast to the purple and red costume, but what is it? But yeah, I mean, Trial of Magneto painting makes sense. And the remaining books that come out on October 27th, we're going to start with Amazing Spider-Man 77, and this is the Sandman cover. Sandman at the beach, y'all. I always thought this was kind of funny, but it made sense. He's sand, he's joined in the other sand that's at the beach here, so I like the painting. It looks good. It was always kind of funny, the scenery there, but hey, Jusko got to do a nice ocean scenery with the blue sky, the waves crashing. I get it. For Black Widow issue 12, you had to go with the Black Widow painting. I always liked this one. I wasn't really familiar with the character as a kid. This is the comic version. This is the version that you see in the Frank Miller comics, the version that dated Daredevil. So, kind of a different look than what we're used to now. She has more of a grayish outfit, got the Black Widow spider on her. She does have her gauntlets. But yeah, she looks good. She's on a rooftop, street level hero stuff. You know how it goes. And speaking of Daredevil, we have Daredevil issue 35, and they went with the Kingpin painting. Your boy Wilson Fisk, the Gem Pin. I always liked this one. I thought this was a cool crime boss, organized crime, mafia type of style. He's got the staff with the gem on it. He's got the cigar. He's huge. He looks pissed. Why they didn't go with the Daredevil in snow? We'll never know. But the Kingpin card, the Kingpin painting is great. All right, for Inferno issue 2, they went with the Emma Frost. So this is always what I think of when I think Emma Frost, and I'm sorry, White Queen. I knew her as White Queen. Again, I was, 8 years old when these came out, and I hadn't read Uncanny X-Men and stuff like that, the Hellfire Club, but I love the backdrop. Joe Jusko got to flex with his red carpet and the pianos and everything, and then a scantily clad White Queen or Emma Frost on the cover. Great choice for Inferno 2. And Marauders 25, the only one to have 2 Joe Jusko variants for this issue. So the first one has Bishop. This was always an iconic card. Him coming out of the portal, him having some kind of energy blast coming out of his hand, kind of a futuristic sawed-off shotgun in his right hand. He's got the scarf. You hear the music that always played in the X-Men animated series as he's coming through. He's got the mullet, the M on his face. This was just like a lot of these other ones. When I think of Bishop, like this is the Bishop that I think of. And the other one is Shadowcat. That's how I knew her, Shadowcat. What is all this Kitty Pryde, Kate Pryde stuff? But she is the star of this title, The Marauder, so it makes sense that they used her. I always knew her as Shadowcat. I feel like that was short-lived of her, you know, being this kind of hero. She just kind of goes by Kitty Pryde, you know, for most of the time. Anyway, not a depiction that we're really familiar with, but kind of more of her origins, and of course paying homage to her as this is her title. So those are all of the Joe Jusko Marvel variants coming out in October 22. I'm getting all of them along with the A covers so I can put this little collection together. Yes, I do have the original 4 comics that just have all of Joe Jusko's, well, not all of, but have paintings from Joe Jusko inside of them, and it has a dope interview by Joe that's spread out through the 4 issues. But let me know which one of these is your favorite that's coming out. Are you picking any of these up? Are you picking all of them up? Let me know in the comments below. Like I said, once we reach our next subscriber milestone, we'll go live. We'll pick a random video where I promoted the giveaway and use a random YouTube comment generator to draw a worldwide winner for that Deja Thor's premium format. So you're going to want to comment on as many videos as possible where I promote the giveaway. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time, but don't go anywhere. We got a ton of other videos on deck for you, so check those out and stay minty fresh. Peace.